What is autosegmental phonology?
Phenomenon. Noun. Wala. Phenomenon. Phonology. Phonology. Ako mo lang magulat, hindi siya pulit. Hindi ko po alam.
Oh my God.
Word na.
Feeling ko po sa ano siya, sa dahon. Sa dahon. May sun, gano'n. Ayun lang po.
Okay na. For me, feeling ko para sa mga ano siya, mga mechanical ganun. Mga machines, like yan. Ikaw.
Sa akin naman, basta parang related to science. Kasi may ology.
Automatic. Autosignal. May ganun. Autosignal. Thank you. Ano daw sa'yo? Magbigay ka ng isip mo.
What is tone?
Tone is the color, skin tone of someone, person, the appearance, physical appearance.
So, what is metrical phonology?
Ano? You got it. I am sorry.
Wait lang ha. Oh my God. Wait lang. Kaya mo yan, scholar ka naman. Measurements po.
What is stress?
The first thing that comes into my mind is readings kasi sobrang dami. And yun nga, depende yan kung ano yung naisip mo pag stress. Lalo na ngayon na ako wala akong tulog ngayon.
Akats.
Ayun, ahas din. Stress. Parang yung kahit naman minimal things na lang ginagawa natin, parang nasa sa atin pa rin yung kung masa-stress tayo. Ayun, yun lang.
Did you guys know there are many approaches to nonlinear phonology?
Nearly two are
Metrical,
Autosegmental.
phonology.
Autosegmental phonology was first proposed by Goldsmith. It mostly focuses on tone and how it changes the meaning of the word. Autosegmental phonology is the independence of features and segments, and that phonological representations evolve in during the representation of the word. Also, autosegmental phonology pertains to the idea that changes in a segment can be sorted out and placed into individual tiers. These tiers are interrelated but independent in their own way. The approach introduced some concepts, such as feature spreading, in which the features, such as nasality, may spread to consonants and vowels.
Metrical phonology, on the other hand, deals and adds another concept. It deals with the hierarchical arrangement of stress and the rhythmic sequence of syllabic structures. Now, stress can be divided into two more categories, primary and secondary. Primary meaning word level stress, and secondary meaning every other syllable in the word. Now, primary stress can only be found once in a word, and it is the main attribute of that word, whereas secondary stress functions as every other syllable, following the strong, weak pattern.
Autosegmental phonology was first proposed by Goldsmith during his 1976 thesis at MIT. It was created or founded to account for tonal phenomena occurring in languages. While his thesis initially involved the Igbo language, it is now currently being used to resolve some formal and substantive errors in other theories such as the generative theory.
In 1968, Chomsky and Hale introduced Speech Pattern English, or SPE, which was a strictly linear approach. Now, it had an exclusive stress pattern, which was its main attribute, and there were no specific rules as to which vowel could be stressed in a particular word. The skeletal tier is a way to show the units of phonological timing and hierarchical interaction present. This tier is the point of attachment to the segmental tier. The onset is the sound segment at the beginning of the word, while a rhyme consists of sound segments present in the word, excluding the onset. The nucleus is the vowel, and the coda is the rest of the syllable. A tonal tier defines the tone of a segment, labeled either high or low. There are different ways to associate the segmental tier to the tonal tier. It could be one-to-one association, many-to-one association, and multiple linking. The environment where the rule occurs is indicated in the form of change, either by an association line being added or removed, which is also termed as linking or delinking. If the association line is unbroken, this means this is where the rule is already applied, while a dashed association line shows spreading. Spreading is when a feature of a sound segment may spread to other vowels and consonants. An association line can be deleted and denoted by a broken association line. An example is when there are shifts to high tones. Compensatory lengthening is when the remaining vowel is lengthened to fill an empty X slot. The skeletal tier separates the information about phonological timing from the other aspects of phonological representation.
2,000 years later.
An association line can be deleted and denoted by a broken association line. An example is when there are shifts to high tones. The then unassociated high tones reassociates with the encircled vowel. When a segment is encircled, this means it is not associated with the next unassociated tone-bearing unit. Here we see the concept of stability. In autosegmental phonetics, stability is about how segments are still present despite their association being deleted because of a rule. No crossing constraint is a rule that is always followed. Association lines may not cross each other. This is used to accurately represent productions that violate phonological rules. Morphological rules must not generate two consecutive identical segments, according to the obligatory contour principle. Therefore, they are represented into a single segment with two slots on the skeletal tier. Metrical phonology could be represented through a metrical tree or a metrical grid. An example of a metrical tree applying the foot constituent with the word alligator, where S indicates stronger prominence while W indicates weaker prominence on the word at foot level. Degrees found in words are best represented through metrical grids and convey the same information as metrical trees do, wherein the syllable with the most prominent number of X's is the strongest syllable. The first metrical parameter refers to foot-headedness, which determines which syllable in a metrical foot receives stress. The leftmost portion, also referred to as the trochaic foot or trochee, or the rightmost portion, the iambic foot or iamb. Directionality, the second metrical parameter. It was created in order to accommodate with the degenerate foot, which are orphan syllables in an odd-numbered syllabicated word. Directionality refers to whether the metrical feet were erected from a left to right setting or from a right to left setting. Word-headedness, or the position of the primary stress found at the head of the word, is also one of the parameter settings in metrical phonology. It could either be a left-headed or a right-headed word. The last parameter setting is concerned with weight sensitivity, dividing syllables into either light or heavy. Light syllables contain a non-branching rhyme with a short vowel and no final consonant, while a heavy syllable contains a branching rhyme, one with a long vowel or final consonant.
你好吗，我的朋友，我的班上，今天我会降马的注音。
So in the Chinese language, the different intonations give different meanings, like
妈
means mother,
Ma.
means bother,
Ma.
means horse,
Ma.
and it means you're scolding someone.
Oh, no! Binilhan ako ni na Momshi and Popshi ng bagong bag. Louis Vuitton.
Oh my God, girl! So jolog! It's not Louis Vuitton.
Jolog?
It's Louis Vuitton.
Ah, ganon.
Yeah.
Di siya Louis Vuitton. Ah,
Ikaw nga, pronounce it. Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
Ayun!
Pa.
Mango tree. Mango top. Mango shape.
Throughout the video, we've been talking about where you can put stress in different places in a word. So, for example, we have this one, R-E-C-O-R-D, the same as the one on top, spelled the exact same way. But where you place the stress will affect its meaning. So, for example, we are using Michael's phone. Say hi, Michael.
No.
To record this whole sequence of explanation. And after we record this entire sequence, it's gonna go in our record, which we will file for our video when we produce it. So, noun functioning as record, or record functioning as a noun. And now we have record, which is a verb, which is what we are currently doing. Earthquake!
Earthquake!
I guess.
Baba baba? Baba baba.
Hey!
That's not Annabelle.
Sure, wait, what movie is that?
Yung Conjuring, yung horror.
Oh, The Conjuring! The Conjuring. Not The Conjuring, The Conjuring.
Ano